woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No, Jack, Patriot!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Black 22!
Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And they work this well up. Field across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. 20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gibson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gibson. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll go on the ground. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Come back, come back.
Throwing again is Watson. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come back, come back.
The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice tip, boy. Hey, turn it out, turn it out.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Buying time under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Javon Hargrave. Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep now. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he's got it up and through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Drake. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff working right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, it's Love. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Two jet! Richmond!
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Watson now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tiger!
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Tiger!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hopkins. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a handoff working right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On third down, that's Love. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On first down, Drake. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home